What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We're here for another episode of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. This episode's title, The Shibuya Incident. So, this irritates me so much, you guys. My face is going to turn red. My face is always red, but I'm going to be even more red than usual. So, let me explain what happened. Last episode, Mekamaru and Mahito fought, and it was an amazing battle. The animation, the coloring, I can't stress enough how beautifully colored that episode was. It was very pleasing to the eyes. I enjoyed every moment of it. It had so much fan service. I broke down a lot of it to explain a lot more things and small little details that might have flown over some of your guys' head. Then at the end, I was literally at a loss for words. I was sweating, I was anxious, I was nervous, I was excited, I was happy. And I did the whole reaction. Come to find out, my microphone wasn't plugged in the whole time. This was a learning moment for me. Always make sure your microphone is on. Make sure it's always plugged in. Make sure it's working properly. So I did a whole reaction with no audio. And it was such a good episode. It was such a good episode for you guys. I feel so bad that I can't upload it. I mean, I could upload it, but there's no point. There's no audio. I can't break down anything. I'm not going to voice it back over. I'm not going to redo a reaction and fake it. That's just not who I am. I can't do that to you guys. I want these to be raw, genuine reactions. Again, I do know what happens. I am a manga reader and I'm completely caught up to everything. But there's a difference when you're reading a page in a panel. You know, you're zooming in, out, reading it and imagining it in your head and blah, 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 so on and so forth, right? But there's just a different nuance and a different feeling when you can see it, the action. When you can see the action happening, the hand-to-hand, the curse techniques. You know, I like seeing the hard work that these animators and studios put in, the time and effort that they put in to producing these episodes for us. I'm not going to be fake to you guys and redo a reaction. It just doesn't sit right with me to redo a whole new reaction. If ultimately, it wouldn't sit right with me giving you guys a fake reaction, and that's just not the type of quality of content that I want to create nor post for you guys. So obviously my stuff isn't the greatest. The editing's here and there. It's off. You know, I'm still learning to edit and all this and that. It's not going to stop me. I'm going to continue to produce content. I'm going to continue to get better at it. And if all goes well and I eventually get to a point to where I can send this stuff off to an editor, that would be amazing. Then I'd start pushing out even more content. Obviously, I wouldn't want to have just one editor because that would completely burn them out. I would have to definitely have a team. I would definitely want a team. The things that I want to do, I'm just a little held back for financial stuff, obviously, but I'm not going to complain about that. I'm going to continue to do this stuff for you guys because honestly, I enjoy doing it. It's fun. It's not necessarily fun every single day to sit there for hours and edit multiple videos and yada, yada, yada. At the end of the day, when I have a finished product, and I upload it and I see the love and support that you guys give, you don't even have to say anything. Just the fact that you guys are spending some time out of your day to watch my stuff and just enjoy it. Because I completely understand if you want to relax. Maybe you come home after work or after school, or maybe you're sitting there doing homework, right? And you just want something to listen into the background, or just want to hear someone's thoughts, or maybe you just find me entertaining. Maybe you just like me. I don't know why you're here. I'll be honest. The fact that you're here, it really does bring joy to me. I hope you guys share this stuff. Hopefully you stick around, get to see the evolution of this content and this channel and everything else that I post and do. Because I don't want to stop, nor do I plan to stop at any time. I definitely want to pursue as much of this as possible. So, and none of this would nor will be possible without you guys. So at the end of the day, I can never say enough thanks to all of you. You know, continue your support. I really do appreciate it. So anyways, enough of what happened in last episode and my failures. Today, we officially 100% start the Shibuya arc. There's no way they just call this episode the Shibuya incident and not go right in. So I have expectations now at this point. I'm not going to hold it at a super high level. I'm just going to enjoy the ride. I definitely don't expect to be disappointed at any point, to be honest. Mappa has done nothing but a phenomenal job with everything else that they've put out for the most part, and this is no different. To recap last episode again, Mechamaru was destroyed. Mahito used his domain expansion on Mechamaru, and then we got left kind of on a cliffhanger, right? But he destroyed the giant mech and everything, so Mahito and Geto, they're off somewhere now. The black veil was put over the area, the Shibuya area, and then they locked a bunch of just normal humans within there. Yeah, the higher ups basically said make sure there's no casualties, and by that they meant casualties to any Jujutsu high people, not necessarily civilians, and that nobody should go in there nor fight nor do anything till Gojo. Gojo is number one. Gojo needs to be there. Do not do anything until Gojo is there, is basically where we left off, and Gojo appeared. I wish I could have had that reaction. Maybe I'll put this in there, so yeah, maybe you might see my face and my just my absolute shock, but I necessarily wasn't in shock, but I was in shock. Just, you get to see it animated. So without further ado, you guys, I'm proud to announce episode 8, the Shibuya incident. Let's get right into it. 8:38 Shibuya. Hikari Shinks, is that what it said? Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna immediately pause. So if you guys didn't know, this is, I want to say it's October 31st. I want to say it is Halloween there. It might be the night before or the night of. But yeah, this all happened on Halloween night is what it was in the manga. I'm pretty sure. So that's why there was a big group in this area, and it was just a big old rave / party. And yeah. Go Joe! Let's go! Yeah. Guys, I'm going to pause that right there because this panel alone in the manga was so spectacular. It is so iconic. If you guys get a chance when all this is said and done, go back, read this whole arc. Please do us all a favor. Read this arc, or at least go back to some of these. There's going to be a bunch of iconic just panels and moments that happen throughout this arc. And this right here was one of them. And it is a spectacular view. It is one super spectacular. The best thing I can compare it to, right? Hear me out. Was Pain when he did Chibaku Tensei and he's up there floating and he says, or no, it was Shinra Tensei. Yeah. And he's like, almighty push. He's floating up there. He's like, this world shall know pain. Almighty push. Let me know if you guys like my me mimicking characters. I think I can do a pretty good job on some. Okay, maybe I'll drop a couple more different voices here and there. I don't know. We'll see. I do like to mimic people and things. Gojo's gonna handle this alone. Guys, this little kid annoys me. If you guys by any chance have watched any of my my Bleach reactions, what was the little dude with the that was paired up with the star guy, right? I think his name was James, right? He annoys me the same way James annoyed me. And if you don't know how annoyed I was, you're just going to have to go to that reaction. Maybe I should have posted it by now at this point, or maybe a little bit later. But hopefully I tag it in here in the future or something. But these two characters are so annoying to me. Hopefully they changed his character up just a little bit. They don't need to honestly do too much to me not care for him, as in like, be okay with him. But as it stood in the manga, oh my god, was he annoying to me. I did not like it at all, but that's not here nor there. We're in the present with the arc. Okay. I think you guys might be starting to see why I find him annoying in this pair a little bit, just too much for my liking and taste. Again, hopefully they at least tone it down. I'm okay with it. It is a part of his character, but definitely tone it down. It was like overdone in the manga. They're going to run. You guys don't know who Itadori is, the most athletic man in this series. 840 Tokyo Metro something something. It was too much for me to read. Oh, I'm sweating. Oh, I'm sweating, boys. Ah! Ah! I'm sweating. Oh. Oh, episode 32, Shibuya incident. No. Get this intro out of my way. Like, get out of here. So first and foremost, I'm gonna have to say sorry for being a little fangirl right there. Yes, if I blew out some eardrums, I'm sorry. Hopefully I turned this audio down just a little bit for you guys. Just a little bit. But yeah. If that reaction alone was enough to show you nor tell you how excited I am for everything that's going to happen, well, maybe you should wait, because there's going to be even more where I probably react more than that. So yep, Yuji's going to be mad about that one. He's like, I'm ready to throw hands. It's on now. And I feel that, man. Those are some pretty eyes. They ain't prettier than Gojo's. Itadori, Yuji only needed to hear the word patch face, and he's go. He's a go. He don't care about anything. That's the only thing he heard was patch face. He said, where? Because I will never lose again. That's right. Yep. Wow. They showed it. Nice. Oh, it's on! Man, stop the talking. Throw them hands. Throw them hands, man. Okay, so Yuji genuinely didn't know his name, or remembered it at least. Yeah, enough talking. Screw this. Yeah, Yuji. Yeah. Yeah, you let him know. You know how strong you gotta be to just punch someone through a brick wall like that? Yeah, so this thing thinks it's super duper duper smart, basically. And he basically thinks that everything that isn't him is pretty much stupid. So that grasshopper quite literally thinks it's the smartest thing to exist, or locust. I don't need to know a history of locust, man. Spray that thing with some raid and we're good. Did they just use the same frame? I mean, you know what? I'm gonna ignore it. Now Yuji's playing mind games. He's getting in his head. I mean, I do believe that's facts, though, what he just spoke. Give him an uppercut. Look at that face off. Ooh. Two hands versus four. And Yuji's keeping up. Dang. Yuji's unfazed too by this. Ooh, yeah. Get him. Yeah. Are you though? You look like you're getting beat up, bro. I don't think you're more powerful than a human. Ooh. He's looking real cold right there. Give him one good slap for good measures. Ew. Just so you guys know, that was in the manga. Ooh. Yeah. Those eyes of determination. Unfazed. Killer. Wow. Meaning he's leveling up really fast at an insane speed. Mm-hmm. That's right. When Gojo is alone, pause. When Gojo is alone, he can unleash everything. There's a fight that I can't remember off the top of my head to where it was like that, right? And I think it was an anime as well, where when they fight alone, they can fully unleash everything, right? But when there's people nearby, it's harder. So if you guys haven't put the clues together yet by this point, as you can see, they're starting to release some of them. When there's people nearby Gojo, it is hard because now he's also looking after other people while trying to suppress his powers, but at the same time being powerful enough to destroy these high-level curses. So this is the dilemma that he's about to face, is there's civilians all around him, but he has high-level threats that he has to take care of. So how he takes care of it, we're going to have to wait and see. Look, they had Waldo. Where's Waldo? Just mass murder. Mass murder. Murder? I don't know. They're not holding back. Yeah. Look at his infinity. You can't even touch him. Oh, that panel from the manga is sick too. Domain amplification. 99% chance he won't deploy his domain expansion. This guy's just blowing bubbles. Dang. Didn't I say no running away? Ooh, sick. I'm surprised you guys thought you could defeat me. Look at him sweating. Even he's like, I hope you can at least last 20 minutes. No, it's not over, please. No! Guys, that was episode 8, the Shibuya incident, right? So let's talk about it real quick. So we have the natural disasters, those cursed spirits fighting Gojo, okay? We have some other dude as well that's there in the background. We'll get to him a little bit later on. But to put it in perspective, at this point, what I'm about to say won't necessarily be spoilers. Again, it might be things that you might have missed that they said throughout this episode. So, if you saw, Geto says, I hope you can at least survive for 20 minutes, or last for 20 minutes. Basically, the plan right here now is fight Gojo in a space where he can't do any of his techniques, right? So, I don't know why I have fingers. I'm not going to count. So, the plan ultimately is last 20 minutes with Gojo, at least. Use civilians. You can't kill the civilians, because once you kill them, then at that point Gojo he has no need to, in a way, keep them alive as well. It makes it easier for him, because if the curses killed all the people there, well, now it's just them and Gojo, and that's not what they need. They can't do that. If Gojo is by himself there and he doesn't have to worry about these civilians, he's gonna go all out, destroy all of them. So the cursed spirits now, they have to maintain as many civilians there as possible, keep it congested so he can't go on the offensive. Gojo also cannot use his domain expansion, because if you guys remember from the episode when they revealed his domain expansion, Unlimited Void, you get mentally destroyed realistically because you have so much information coming at you all at once. You have years and years worth of knowledge and experience being pushed into your brain and thoughts all at once, and it basically just immobilizes you, paralyzes you, and just rots and destroys your brain, right? And the only people that aren't affected by it are Gojo and the person or people Gojo is touching. Gojo can't touch a whole entire subway station, right? Domain expansion is off the table for Gojo. But that being said, it's also off the table for the cursed spirits. They do the same thing. Well, then they're also going to entrap all these people, and that would initiate the sure hit of their domain expansion, which then now it's just them, the curse that used the domain expansion, and then Gojo. And when you have a battle between domains, which we saw last time with Gojo and I forget his name, Jogo, right? Clearly Gojo's wins. Gojo's will destroy just about anyone and everyone's domain expansion. I'm pretty positive on that. So there's no use in playing a battle of domain expansions, because at that point the cursed spirits would just lose in general, right? They would kill the civilians, and then Gojo would initiate his, which would destroy them. Any person that wasn't trapped within that domain, anyone outside of it, basically, I think this is right, I don't remember. Because it's such a closed space, that domain would quite literally crush everybody that's on the outside onto the walls of that subway station and stuff. So anyone outside of it and in it would be dead. So domain expansions basically are just off the table for both sides right now. But we got to see the cursed spirits use domain amplification, which is basically like a domain expansion, except it's put into your techniques, right? It has like the same power and levels of your domain expansion, but within a fist or something, right? So they're going to use that to their advantage. Geto did drop the biggest thing of last at least 20 minutes, and then I will appear with the Prism Realm. Now, I won't dive into that. That is something for the future. Then we had the battle with Yuji and that Locust. He defeated the Locust and dropped his portion of the veil. So did Mei Mei and Ui. I think that's how you pronounce his name. So they defeated theirs, and now they're on the hunt for Mahito at this point. And Mahito sensed that cursed spirit was destroyed, and now he basically just put on the Thanos gauntlet and said, fine, I'll do it myself. So expect that matchup here in the near future. It's inevitable, so expect that. I hope to expect next episode the continuation of the Gojo fight. So this is how I just realized I'm still wearing headphones. Give me a second, you guys. So now that I have the headset off of me, I'm still gonna put all that in. Now I just look more presentable, I guess. I don't know. But where was I? What I expect from these upcoming episodes at this point, I don't expect necessarily, 1-2 whole episodes of just that Gojo fight, because there is much more that goes on in the background, and they do it in the manga as well, where they go off and they show off other things that are going on at the same time while Gojo's fighting. So I expect to have like half and half episodes every episode, or half and half fights every episode, where they're going to pin off to whatever's currently happening as well as what's happening with Gojo, but they're not just going to full on show the full fight of, Gojo with the natural disasters, right? So maybe they do, because I think they could definitely drop like one, maybe two. Definitely one episode where it's just that. But I think that might be a little bit later on, and it might be towards the tail end of that fight. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I expect it to be the, half and halves, which is obviously completely fine, because we need to be filled in with what's happening throughout the outside. What happens next episode? Again, I expect the Gojo fight to continue on with whatever's happening out in the background. Maybe we might stick with Yuji. We might pan off to Megami. Or we might go off to Nobara. They have options at this point who they can go off and show off now. But again, if you saw the reaction I had to just Gojo meeting the cursed spirits, that's a fraction of what's to come, to be honest. Like, if you guys didn't know, I mean, you saw it in the trailer at this point, but I'll be right back. This is my boy. Sukuna is my boy. And you definitely should be expecting him throughout this series, throughout this arc at some point. And that's not a spoiler, because you saw it in the trailer. You saw it within the trailer. And obviously, he's a big portion and premise of the series. So, and there's no way this is the biggest talked about arc of Jujutsu Kaisen, and you're not going to see him, right? There's no way. So do expect to see him at some point, but not really a spoiler, but like more of a heads up. When we get to those portions, when we see more Sukuna eventually come in, more Yuji, more Gojo, you're just gonna see a whole lot more just geeking, more just I'm just gonna lose my mind, basically. So hopefully you guys stick around long enough to see those reactions and be a part of this ride and journey. And as always, you guys, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. I like to read what you guys think. Don't be afraid to hit the links down in the description, because that will lead you to all my social medias. So go ahead and follow me on all those, please. That would be much appreciated. And if you guys just want to hang out, just want to talk about something, blah, blah, blahs, I have Twitch. Go ahead and we can chat over there. Maybe we can play some games, you know, we can figure out something. And with that, you guys, I'm going to leave you. So till next time,